All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night Pink Panther stream. Hope you're all doing well. What a day for sport today. My goodness, with the Matildas getting through in epic style. We had Carlton bullshitting their way through with a goal decision. I know we've got some Carlton supporters in chat, but with a goal review that I don't think was very well, I don't know, executed. Not sure that ball was touched as quietly, but at the end of the day, if we weren't running with technology that was equivalent to a Nokia 3315, we may have had a different outcome there in that one. But you know, the Blues got the dub. It's what, eight in a row now or something like that. So it's, yeah, crazy. Jamie, welcome. How are you, mate, on TikTok? Hope you're going well. Carlton, welcome. Kidney, Effigy, Josh, what's going on? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Yeah, what a crazy night. So, but what about the Matildas though? My goodness, that was that was extraordinary. I really reckon they had so many chances to win that game earlier on. A couple of really open shots at goal. Sly welcome up the blue, and didn't put them away, but got through the extra time. And what a penalty shootout! Unbelievable. So that showed a lot of mental strength and a lot of heart to, especially from some of those saves, to go back to back saves after that one off the line was called back after missing the penalty herself was quality. It was unbelievable. Sly Froggy's obviously a Blues supporter. Well done. How do we wind down from this? Well, I don't know. I think the Matildas are just going to take some serious momentum. It's going to be interesting to see where this ends up. Like, obviously, we are probably odds on to play England, I dare say. So, yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see how this plays out. Had a heart attack. Yeah, crazy game. Any danger of it getting light here? It was, she's a bad jump scare. Well done, Carlton. It was, yeah, it was a crazy sports day all round. Like, yeah, the whole like, me, the wife, the boys, all up on our feet watching the penalty shootout. The boys not exactly knowing what was happening too much, but they were just yelling, "Go Australia! Go Australia!" Yeah, crazy scenes. Good to see Sam Kerr get on the ground and do her thing as well. Yeah, she looked even the first 15 seconds. She was bloody dangerous. She's a very good player. I'm a Tiger supporter, Jaden. I'm a Tiger supporter, so we're on tomorrow. So it's England Wednesday night in Sydney now for the Tillies. Very good. Do we know what time yet, Kidney? Do we know what time that'll be on? It's very good that with the World Cup being here that it's not going to be at some ridiculous hour, so we can actually all watch it, which is so good. 8 p.m. Wednesday. All right, I'll have to set an alarm or just make sure I remember to flick it on. So, is that right? If we win, secured us out of the 8. Jesus, that's the crazy thing, isn't it? It's so close. Oh, I think the code. Yeah, the whole top 8 thing's so close. Like, I think mathematically we can still make it, although it's probably unlikely. Well, we're obviously still standing in some capacity, so that's good. This is our new base. Oh, fuck, what have I got on me first? Nothing good. Have a look at this bad boy. The noise will be... Oh, I haven't hit live. Sorry. The noise is Rust. I don't know if the Blues... I mean, the Blues should be safe, in theory. they should be safe, but you just never know, do you? You just never know. Yeah, well, I was going to do the ladder predictor the other night before my internet decided to have a scheduled maintenance dropout, which wasn't very nice of it. But we might have to do one another night for sure. This is Rust Kidney. We're playing Rust tonight. So it's just a week-long server. The lads have built a pretty... It's the first time we've tried this base, to be honest. So it's yeah, it's a little bit different. I do need to eat some food though. It's a week-long server with 2 times farming, 2 times pretty much everything, I think, which is good. Have to win one. So what position are you guys in now on the ladder then, Carlton? Fucking terrible getting up these things. We're going to go just farm some stuff for tonight. 5th. It's weird, isn't it? Like, you're 5th, but you're still not safe. It's crazy. Okay, alright, so Kidney. So you've never heard of Rust before. So the easiest way to describe it, it's basically a survival game. So on this particular server, it's a trio server. So you can only be in teams of 3, obviously. So you've got to build yourself a base, which we've got a big fuck-off base there. You start off with wood. So you've got to, like, farm material. So hit trees to get wood, hit rocks to get stone. Hit metal ore rocks to get metal ore, then you have to burn it down to create metal frags, so you can upgrade, you know, all of your base to metal armor and stuff like that. And I suppose the ultimate purpose of the game is for people to try and raid each other's base, because you can make like C4, you've got guns, rocket launchers, but you've got to unlock that stuff on a tech tree, so you don't just get it straight away. You've got to actually work your way down the list of things on the list to be able to use those items, so that you can go and raid other people's bases and try and steal all their shit. So it's, yeah, in its simplest form, it's a survival game. But yeah, you have all types of different servers. You've got ones that might go a month or fortnights or whatever it might be. But we just opted to do this weekly one because I suppose we weren't too sure what everyone's whereabouts is going to be like. So you'll see there's like... And I haven't got a gun on me either, so I could get quite easily killed. But you can see like these barrels and stuff. So you've got to collect scrap, which is that bit there. And you can recycle a lot of this shit for more scrap. And basically the scrap helps unlock different things on your tech tree to be able to, yeah, unlock explosives and unlock guns and all kinds of things that you need to blow up people's bases. It's one of those games where when the guys first suggested playing this ages ago on PlayStation, I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be for me. It sounded a bit boring and bland, but when playing with mates, it's pretty good, not going to lie. I don't think I could ever see myself playing this in a solo capacity. I just think I'd get bored too easily. But in a team environment, it's definitely pretty cool. Hey Robbo, what's going on, mate? Not really new news, other than, and I've said it before, that Pro Team's ready to go. They were just waiting for the Xbox piece to come through so they can get all that sorted, which they were hoping to have some... I think we're hoping to hear some answers on that in the next couple of days, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But hopefully it's all soon. FIFA's going... I'll do a bit of a tour of the base in a sec, because it's pretty... Like I said, we're usually pretty simple guys with how we build bases, but Herbie did some research on this one, and it's the first time we've run something like this, which is a bit different for us. But looks okay. FIFA's going good, so I have been playing the EAFC 24 beta. So I've been playing pro clubs, which has been cool. Just doing like drop-in games. So there's I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, to be honest, because of the NDAs. But there are a few new features in there which are quite cool. Oh, it's a Sulphur Rock, very good. With regards to pro clubs, so being able to do like trainings and stuff like that to get extra skill points. The main issue I'm having is the lag, because like 90% of the people, or maybe even higher, 95% of the people who got beta codes are from Europe. So there's actually not very many Australians or anyone in Asia Pacific regions at all that got a code. So when playing pro clubs online, I'm obviously getting quite a bit of lag because of it as well, which hinders the experience a little bit, to be honest. But I'm not going to hold that against the game, because in terms of how I'm testing it, because that's not really the game's fault. That's, it is what it is. It's just because of how many people are, got it. We're all from the other side of the world, so I can't exactly help that. But yeah, it goes all right. It's not bad. Oh, maybe we should put some of this shit on. Oh, fuck, there's new doors. Hey, what's going on, Cap? I know, going well, thanks, mate, yourself. Up the tilters. They were very good. Now, where did we put the furnaces? Was that right? 117 mil for Kane. That does hurt, I'm not going to lie. It does hurt. Like, I really would have rather have kept him, but, he obviously wants to get on with it and do his own thing, so that's, fair play to him. But, yeah, it does suck. Kane's currently the best striker after Haaland. Oh, that's a big call. Even as a Tottenham supporter, that's a big call. He's pretty important and pretty good for us. Fuck, we have a lot of comps. But yeah, it's going to be a big loss. No doubt about it. Where the fuck are our furnaces? Surely on this side. No. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of drop down and stuff here. Okay. To deal with it, so it's an interesting. It's an interesting base that we're still all getting used to, and I could have sworn that we had furnaces somewhere. There, crouch, you dickhead. There we go. Maybe they're up here. Did we put them up there? Surely not. Who will be Kane's replacement? Yeah, I don't know. No, that's the other outside door. I think we're going to struggle without him, to be honest. Yeah, we've got rooftop access as well. Genuinely thought that our furnaces... Oh, they're at the back end. Right, I was going to say, I thought they were fucking here somewhere. Probably should get some wood. But, yeah, like I saw he did a video today, just like thanking the Tottenham fans and doing all that kind of shit. And it's going to be like, I don't really think I've seen much about people hating on him and stuff like that, which is good because they shouldn't. He's been at the club for like, what, 20 odd years or something. So it's, yeah, you can't do sort of much else there. Oh, these don't have the auto split. That's annoying. Yeah, who will miss the 8? It's a good question. I think St Kilda will end up ultimately missing the 8. I think their form line hasn't sort of been... Like, they've obviously still in the 8 for a reason, but I reckon that they're mainly in there because they won a lot of games early. So they're kind of sort of hanging on that basis. But, you know, they're still there nonetheless. But yeah, I can definitely see them falling out of the 8. What about you? Who do you see falling out? Saints as well. Saints are cooks, and this is... Yeah, that's it. So he's been there. He's been there for a while, so it's hard to begrudge him for wanting, I don't know, wanting to try to go and do other things. So it's whatever he wants to do. Alright, so we're gonna get some more scrapperoo. But yeah, I do worry about the state of the front half now. Without him, is going to be a little bit dire, I reckon. I mean, I don't think it's a stretch to say that we were heavily reliant upon him to score our goals. It unfortunately was just, that's how it was. It was just Harry or nothing. At least it's what it's felt like. So everyone left the UK. Oh, you found it out? Really? Jesus. That's a good fun. Local IGA. Damn. What's it called? Andrew. What kind of drink is it? Now Shearer's record is safe another year's 10 years minimum. But no, it's definitely sad to see him go. Not gonna lie, but also not the end of the world either. Until it comes time to replace him, then it's like, well, fuck, what do we do here? It's always hard to remember where shit is in like a brand new base. Brew pronounced I'm Brew. Oh, okay. Hey, Curtis, what's going on? Welcome. Interesting. In IGA as well. Okay, good. I'll have to check that out. So I do have the Bundaberg Alcoholic Lemon Lime and Bitters and the Brookvale Union Lemon Lime and Bitters, of course, which I'm going to do a comparison on tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I didn't get home early enough, so I'll do that tomorrow just to see. I know the Brookvale Union one very well. It tastes very good, but just to see how the Bundaberg one compares, which will be interesting. So keep an eye out for that. Fizzy drink, maybe that's... Oh, really? Is that trying to work it out in the UK? Interesting. As many as in UK TV. So they deliberately launched it without, I suppose, without saying what the flavour is to let people try and figure it out themselves. That's interesting. I don't mind that. Yeah, going well, thanks, Curtis. What have you been up to today, mate? What's been happening? Couple of big games. Is there some big games on tomorrow? Besides the Tigers... It just feels like everyone that's in and around those spots fighting for the 8 are all playing each other. Which is good. I think it makes things a lot more interesting. Just worked. How was work, mate? Did it all go well? Yeah, my day was okay. Went to some local footy, watched my brother-in-law play, which was good. Just quietly, folks, I did upload a TikTok of me jagging a goal on the boundary line while filming in one hand while kicking the ball with the other. It was a small footy, but I was pretty happy with it going in, to be honest. The likelihood of... Second try as well. The likelihood of getting that was actually quite low, because I know you can't tell from the video, but the wind was actually blowing against me the other way. So, yeah, my least favourite team, Jaden... Least favourite team... Oh, there's a few. I wouldn't say I hate teams. I do enjoy the fact that Geelong are missing the 8 currently. Just because of, I suppose, there's been a bit of recent memory stuff with them. But I don't. Whilst I say that, I also actually really respect them because they've stayed, you know, up at that level for so long. So it's hard not to respect what they're doing. Collingwood, the other obvious answer as well. But again, I wouldn't say that's hate. Even the Kangaroos I sometimes really dislike because, for whatever reason, they always match up really well against us. And they beat us, which is annoying. And there's a very solid chance of it happening again this coming week. Oh, we've got a decayed base here. No. But yeah, I wouldn't say I hate any sides. No. Just maybe there's a preference for some of them to lose more games than others. Was that the footy last night? Oh, very good. Or when do you get the MRI results back straight away, Curtis, or do you have to wait? That's the worst when you've got to wait for that shit. But at least you're getting it looked at. Or Jaden's got some good news. Feel free to share if you're allowed to. If you don't want to, that's okay too. No one's forced to. Oh, the dude's dehydrated. These oil barrels are worth a shitload. Hey, Carl, what's going on? Mum just said to me if we make it, she would take me to them. As into the grand final. Oh, perfect. Hurt myself in Bali. Didn't see the step properly. Rolled it twice. And now it's hurting. Oh, from April. Fuck. So you probably left it a little while there. What kind of step was it? Just like out of the hotel or something? Fucking all the comps. Hopefully you get the MRI. It's like a cracking ankle. God. Hopefully you get some good results then from the MRI. I don't like being near that base. Do you know when you're meant to hear back by? Oh, any of the finals. That's awesome. That's awesome. What do you do though, Jaden? Like, say, ticketing for finals I've always found to be a really difficult one because you kind of got to take a bit of a punt sometimes. Oh, fuck, bit of boom. Because tickets can be so expensive. To go, like, every week, say if you win the play in the first final, second final, third final, whatever, it ends up costing an absolute fucking fortune. So there actually sometimes comes a point where you've got to make a calculated decision. Do you miss one to go to the other? But I think you can only do that if your team's in the 4 and you're in a qualifying final. Like, you kind of maybe take the risk not going to the qualifying final. on the chance that you win it so you can go to the prelim, if that makes sense. It's a little bit of, yeah, it can be a little bit of guesswork, can't it? Oh god, I don't like the sound of that at all. I'm in no position to defend this base. Next going okay. Today was a really good day, actually, Carlton, because we were out and about for most of the day, and the physio did say this, that the more you can kind of keep it moving and get out and about and shit like that, the better it actually becomes. And yeah, we were out for most of today doing bits and pieces, and it felt really good actually. Look, potentially me sitting here doing this won't be helping, but even when I got home earlier on, I still kind of made an effort to stay on my feet and and not sit down too much. So it's still, sleeping is still the hard part. It's still not fully right on that front, but no, it's definitely doing much better though. Aiden, what's going on, mate? Taking to the first one. That's all right. All finals are good finals. It's an amazing experience if you've, whether you've not been before, whether it's been a long time since your team's played in it, whatever it may be. Finals are always an amazing atmosphere. I can't put the wetsuit there. It's not nice. Curtis, I basically just woke up one day and I had pinched a nerve in my neck, and so my neck and everything and shoulder on the right side was really stiff. And then as the time's gone on, it's kind of just shot down my arm a bit. I've got pins and needles in my thumb and second finger, like full time at the moment, which is a pain in the ass because it's actually quite hard to feel shit. So that's far from ideal. But I've seen a physio, and the physio reckons that with that bit in particular, that the pins and needles will just eventually go away, but unfortunately nerve healing is the slowest part of the process. I've just got to kind of wait a little bit until it sorts itself out. So trying to get tickets to 2017 Granny, but they also wanted accommodation you're staying at. Didn't know because we were just after we JGS. Why do they need to know your accommodation for? Yeah, I've thankfully never had issues getting grand final tickets because of the membership level I had. It was Premiership Circle. We were guaranteed grand final tickets, so that was always nice. Still stressful to get them, not going to lie, even though you're getting it. G'day 19 Mert. Do you know when the AFL game is being released on Xbox? I don't know officially, but don't believe the 31st of October thing that's doing the rounds, because that's not true from what I understand. Hopefully we'll know a bit more in a few days. But that's, hopefully it's not that late. So, I appreciate that, Curtis. No worries, mate. All good. Have a great night, and I'll chat to you tomorrow, no doubt. Oh, it's a good atmosphere, Jaden. It's a huge atmosphere. It's, nothing like... And this is why... I won't walk outside yet while I say this. This is why grand finals kind of annoy me a little bit, because the atmosphere at a grand final isn't anywhere near as good as the atmosphere at a qualifying final or a prelim final, and it's because of all the, I suppose, the additional seats that go to neutral supporters like MCC members, corporates, AFL members that aren't of the supporting teams and things like that. And it's never as good as the prelim. I think one of the best atmospheres was the prelim against the Giants was pretty unbelievable. Having like 97,000 Richmond people there was just batshit crazy. But yeah, I've always had a very big gripe with how the grand final tickets are allocated. I just think it's just not weighted in favour of the supporters that follow the two teams. Like, I think it's like 17,500 tickets each, and that's gone up recently to that number. So it was less, which is crazy. Like, for me, I reckon that the grand final allocation should be at least 25 to 30,000 tickets minimum for each competing club, and then do your rest. Because I know there's still corporate people and partners and stuff you've got to look after. I get that. But I also think that they need to sometimes remember that the actual members of the competing clubs are the lifeblood of the sport and are what keep the clubs going and what sort of pays everyone's bills. So I just think there needs to be a bit more consideration for the actual people that go to the games. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll never admit it though. Also signed up for a membership there. Now I'm 6 years. Oh, nice, nice. What do you think of the membership packs that you get from the club? Oh, it's so open, Jaden. It's so open. You just need to... you just got to have that mentality of that anyone, anywhere, anytime, I reckon, when it comes to finals. Yeah, let us know, Curtis. Let us know your MRI results, my man. Hopefully it all comes through okay. And my only advice is whatever the results are, if there's rehab to be done, just stick to it as best you can. Having gone through a lot of MRI and long rehabs, always pays to do it more properly. As painful and as annoying as it is, I thank you for the follow, Chase, on TikTok. Much appreciated. No, not going to the footy tomorrow, Aiden. No, we've got... It's kind of tough with where we are with the pregnancy piece. So we've got a few things we've got to sort of get done around the house and get everything sorted. But no, won't be going. Won't be going. Are you heading along? I would love to go. Like I'm actually... No, I don't want to say annoyed, because I can't be annoyed because of the situation just doesn't allow me to go. But I would dearly love to be able to get to a lot more games than I have this year. Like, bar the COVID years, this has definitely been, I think, one of my least attended years at the footy, which sucks, but sometimes circumstances just dictate otherwise. And I know, you know, still paid up and still, like, I think my membership, I don't know how this has happened. So I'm 35, but my membership says I've got 36 or 37 consecutive years. So I'm not actually sure how that happened, but I'm glad it's happened. Because it's always good to support the club. You're working at South East Melbourne as college team game, $10 kids tickets. I say basketball. Oh, interesting. I'll have to check with Lauren what she had planned. I will do that, and if we're in a position to go, I will shoot you a message on Discord. I appreciate the offer. I appreciate that. As I said to you, I definitely do have intentions of taking the boys to a basketball game at some stage, because I think they'll actually really enjoy it. Just because I think, and again, people might say I'm wrong or have differing opinions, and that's okay. But I really do think that the... Instagram, yes, Instagram. Yeah, that's a good call. I really do think the NBL has lifted its game dramatically in the entertainment space. I think they've made a really big effort to bring a lot of fun back into the games from what I've seen, which is good, because then it opens it up more to a lot wider range of viewing audience. Play signings afterwards, eh? 21-year waiting list to be an MCC member. Wow. 21 years. That's crazy. Are there any other perks in play that you get access to while being on that waiting list, or it's just a waiting list? It is what it is. That's such a long time. Like, I know it's an extensive list, but what's the member zone, Jaden? Is that the type of membership package that you're on? Yeah, I've got a couple of friends who were... Well, there's a guy at work who is now on the fully fledged MCC list. But I know it took him a while. Another mate of mine had been on it for ages too. But it's just all a timing thing, isn't it? That's crazy, though. Hey, Kano, what's going on, mate? How are you, superstar? Oh, really? Jack Jumper's always sold out. Wow. Like I said, I reckon... And the good thing with the NBL now is we're obviously seeing more and more really good international players playing in the NBL because for whatever reason they don't want to do G League, they don't want to go to Europe or do anything like that. They're all pretty keen to come and play NBL, which is a massive get. Like obviously Delhi played, was it one of the Ball boys played? So having some international guys playing it just sort of it gives people a reason to come to the games, and it just gives the league a bit more credibility, doesn't it? Because it's all about, I suppose, street cred, if we want to call it that. Now, with this car thing, right? Yeah, Baines and Delhi, yeah. Baines, I loved Baines when he was at Boston. Absolutely loved him. Now, with this Josh Carr thing, need a bigger stadium. This Josh Carr thing has... It's annoyed me slightly, if I'm being honest. So, I haven't caught the full brunt of this news. So, if what I'm saying is incorrect, please correct me. But from what people are telling me... What the fuck is this? Anyway, from what people have said, that it's just come out today that he doesn't want to interview, doesn't want the job. And someone has texted me saying it's because his family don't want to move to Melbourne. Which is, if that's the fact, that's okay. If he doesn't want to move to Melbourne, so be it. But surely that conversation happens with your family before you tell the club you're applying for the job. Like, why have we gone through all these other... I don't know how much of the process has been done, but there's been so much said and written about him being like a favourite for this, and the club are really after him, and he's wanting to coach this, that, and the other. Yeah, why has so much of that happened if he was never going to be moving down to Melbourne anyway? It just seems a little bit odd. I don't know. Maybe I've missed something along the way. I'm at now, so around 3 years left. No purchase. Oh, just the waiting list. That's shit. I mean, I'm not sure what I was thinking that they would give you, but... It's pretty good perks once you get in, though, isn't it? A few people have said that, Kane, with the taking over Port, but I'm kind of struggling to get my head around, well, why is Hinkley being sacked? I know over the journey there's been a lot of hatred or a lot of love-hate between Port Adelaide supporters and Hinkley, but the dude's got him in the top 4 currently. They're probably going to get a double chance. I can't see him getting the arse. Unless they completely bottle it from here, lose the next couple, don't make top 4, and then go out first week. If that happens, then yeah, I could maybe see him getting sacked. But that aside, I just kind of find it hard to see how or why they would be getting rid of him. Look at that big sexy base. My goodness. Is Chris Newman in the race? Like, we still don't even know who's applied. I know as supporters we're probably not meant to know that, so I don't want people to think that I'm sure that we're not getting access to exclusive information. Like, I get why the club wouldn't be just willingly telling people who's applied for it. But it would be good to know. But yeah, like I said, I know why we don't know. A bit of comps there. Got our stone run up. Bucket's nice and everything's double. Where do you apply? For the coaching jobs? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, Christian's been shortlisted. Okay, interesting. Has he done much of an apprentice though? I know he's been in the Hawks VFL program for a while. I get really nervous about people like Chris Newman because of the I suppose the connection he already has to the club, it can just get messy. Like, you saw how hard it was for the whole Buckley saga and them trying to get rid of him and doing all that. Eventually, you just don't want... I just think having club greats back at your club coaching is always fraught with danger. But I do also feel that the club will make the right decision if Newey, hypothetically, is the best man for the job. Then he will get the job, no doubt. So I'm not, in that regard, I'm not too worried. Oh, yeah. Got your local Centrelink sports people, jump on Seek. 8 years, okay, it's not too bad. Oh, thank you, Aiden. Superstar, thank you, mate. Much appreciated. I will check that. I reckon LinkedIn might actually be the actual answer to the question, though. Applying for coach. I have seen some clubs advertise stuff there. I reckon the logic behind that is, on LinkedIn, you're probably less likely to be trolled. Maybe. Although, I mean, there's probably a case to be made that you'll probably get trolled wherever anyway. It's easy to get... Oh, nice. Thank you, mate. Yeah, bloody NBA, AMBL. Very keen for that. Is the EPL started, hasn't it? That's on tonight. There's some games on. Hopefully everyone watched the Matildas. Oh, I've still got fucking 1,000 sulfur on me. I do not want that. We should put... I don't know, 100%. Yeah, agree. Like the double saves, you know, with the one that was disallowed because she moved off her line, which, like, watching that whole penalty shootout, I feel like both keepers were moving off their line really early anyway, almost every time. So I actually probably felt she was a little bit unlucky to have got pinged for that one. But to pull off those saves, especially after missing the shot herself to win, was pretty clutch. Like, that's a pretty significant moment for her. Oh, fuck me. So yeah, that was pretty good. There was just so many chances early that we missed. And so did France, to be fair. But yeah, penalty shootout, crazy. Like, some of those girls taking those penalties would not have anticipated having to be taking pens because they've gone through, like, 8 or 9 plays, whatever it was. But I suppose that's why you've always got to keep practicing. Go this way. Surely we get a... Well, I mean... as I was watching it, all I was thinking was, surely soon we're going to be getting to the plays that maybe aren't as skilled to take pens as the first lot were. Like, the fact that no one had actually really missed the target completely up until then... I know if you hit the post. But yeah, it was actually quite remarkable, given how sort of exhausting that game was. But it was getting down to the nitty-gritty of players who probably weren't typically used to taking pens, but Oh well. Don't think we've missed. You don't reckon Mini will stay? Oh, that would be a shit outcome. If we don't appoint him, and like I said, I'm happy to back the club with whatever they think is best. But if we don't appoint him and then lose him, that would be the worst possible outcome. Because you know what will happen? It'll be Craig McRae Mark II. I'm just not sure if he's got, I suppose, the mongrel aspect in him. But I also don't know, that's probably his coaching style either. And a lot of coaches are probably steering away from that these days, aren't they? England next Wednesday. Yeah, what is it? 8:10. 6:10. I'll be all over that. It was actually just really nice to even watch the game with my boys. Not that they fully understood. Like, Liam loves playing soccer at daycare. So he was having fun just yelling at Go Australia. And I don't know if this next bit is something that I would call good parenting or bad parenting. I'll let you guys decide. But one of the French players missed a penalty, and he's looked at the TV and he's done that. He did that, not the other thing. He did that because he doesn't know how to do that one yet. He's gone, yeah, suckers, and I've absolutely lost it because, and I don't think I do it that often, to be honest. But he was pretty pumped that she missed the pen because he knew that it meant that it gave us another chance. It was quite funny. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's deemed as good or bad parenting. We found it funny. Kind of, yeah. I mean, I think I have to inadvertently take the blame for it, Aiden, I guess. But I really don't think it's something I do all that frequently. But I think for me, it was funnier because it was in context too. So it was kind of hard to get angry. How was Craig McRae part 2 the job? Well, I know what you mean, that the job wasn't there for him, but we ultimately ended up losing someone who was probably next in line to be a very good coach for us. Like, I know people have got to take their chances wherever they get it. It just sucks to lose good people because they don't come around very often. And I know you could probably argue the jury was still out on McQualter, and McRae was maybe even an unknown in terms of AFL level because we never used him as an AFL coach in any capacity. But the kids are funny. Kids are funny, Carlton. They've got no filter. He just knew that it was a good thing that she missed, and he celebrated accordingly. So I'm like, yeah, fair play. Oh, was he? I thought he was with us. No, actually, you might be right, Kane. You might be right. Fair call then. Well, I would have been equally as dirty if we lost him. Oh, fucking scare the shit out of me, Aiden. I would have been equally as annoyed when we lost him to Hawthorn. But thinking about it, I reckon you are bang on. That would have scared the people on TikTok, wouldn't proper, that would have. We need some more sulfur rocks. So the lads can make up some boom. Hey, Moonwalker, what's going on? Hope you're doing well on the TikTok. I'm just wandering around trying to find ourselves some sulfur rocks. Or any type of rocks, really. Okay, Leafy. Not yet. Not yet. So, last I've heard is that, and I've said this for a while, is that the pro team has been ready to roll for a while. But they're just, I suppose, waiting for the Xbox piece to fall together so they can, pretty much as soon as Xbox drops, pro team will follow almost simultaneously. So we should hopefully hear more about Xbox in the coming days, I hope. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I suppose it's a sign of a strong club when your assistants are the ones that are getting pillaged from other teams. Like, as shitty as it is when you lose good players, it's actually the ultimate compliment, really. I mean, look at Hawthorn, Clarkson, he lost... I mean, we took one of his assistants, really, didn't we? So, it's probably the highest compliment a club can get when the assistants are the ones getting cherry-picked from other teams. Just sucks when it happens to be your club. Yeah, Clarko, he built a pretty good team around him, didn't he? In terms of like his coaching staff and shit like that. Oh, come on. Give us some nodes, give us some rocks. It has been messy, Carlton, and look, I try to be careful how I say things because I don't want people to think that I'm a Big Ant fanboy or I'm being paid by Big Ant, because there couldn't be anything further from the truth. I've been happy to call it pretty straight on this the whole time. But unfortunately, with the Xbox piece, it's not really been Big Ant's fault. And I know people don't believe it, and that's, you know, fair. People can believe what they want to believe. But it's not been their decision to hold it back. If they had it their way, all the Xbox users would already have it in their hands by now. So the annoyance and the angriness and all that, it's not even a word, angriness, I don't think, needs to kind of be aimed, and I'm not saying you aren't, but just in general, needs to really be aimed at Microsoft, to be honest. And just for full clarity, the reason it's not on Xbox yet is not because Microsoft checked the game and weren't happy with the patch updates and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with it. And I think people give Microsoft far too much credit, thinking they give a shit about what a game looks like from a small Australian developer. So that is most definitely not the reason why. It's a little bit more political than that, I believe. And I think I've said this before, the answer sort of really lies within, if you have a look at what's happened with Xbox and some other companies and their releases, you'll see a little bit of a trend as to why. But it's hard because ultimately, though, Carlton, the buck kind of stops with Big Ant from a communication piece. But again, they're pretty much being gagged that they can't say anything. And I dare say that they're sitting there pulling their collective hair out as well, because they're pretty much the ones that are copping the absolute brunt for this from all angles, and they can't really address it or do anything about it. So I can only imagine how frustrated they are. I can only imagine. Easily welcome. Fred. Is that right? 101 point Derby win. Jesus. That's huge. I thought it would have been a little bit closer than that. One bloke tried telling me that it could not be pointed. Yeah, well, yeah. Like I said, it's I fully understand that people won't believe it, and that's, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But Xbox definitely aren't sitting there going over the games with a fine-tooth comb to make some judgments on what can and can't be released. There's a bit more to it than that, unfortunately. Hopefully, like, I'm still hopeful to get Ross on in a tell-all, like a current affair style interview, but I don't know if or when that will happen, to be honest, but hopefully it does. Because I think it would be good to know a bit more about how this all went down. I think it's actually in Big Ant's big interest to at some point be able to provide clarity for people about what happened with some of this, if they're able to. Hey, Mint, what's going on? Eagles got smacked. I didn't realise they were getting done by that much. Jesus. What was the atmosphere like? Did it kind of just die off pretty quickly after that? Technically, West Coast parked the bus and they gave up. Oh, that's not good. Clarko had Dimmer, Leon Cameron, Fagan, Bevo, Simpson. Yeah, that's Bolton Dew Ratton. Fuck, that's crazy, isn't it, Aiden? That's so good. Well, that's right, Carlton, and it's I suppose it's a little bit of silver lining for Xbox users that the first version of the game that they play is going to be in much better state than what the first game that we played. Which is good. That's good for them. Yeah, the version we got wasn't so good, was it? Oh, so. Alright. Night time, and now we wait. Now we sit here and chat. Watching Freo made me feel excited for next year. So they were showing some good sides for next year. Very good. Who was your best players? Who scored all the goals? That's a good question, Carlton. What's the record for the most patches on one game? That's a great question. I'd love to know that in general. It would be interesting to know. I was watching a video the other day from, I don't know who it was. I think he's someone who used to work at like a Call of Duty or something like that. Pretty much saying that like how times have changed, where it wasn't that long ago when you look at PS2, PS3, that the game you bought, that was it. There was no patches. Like the disc you installed into your system, that was the game, fully completed. But now, I suppose more and more, companies are releasing kind of semi-finished games, or knowing that they've got time up their sleeve afterwards to update and grow, which, yeah, is a little bit annoying, I suppose. Love a little Snoop here. True and loyal Freo fan. Was it a packed crowd? I'm sure the derbies are always jam-packed. They'd have to be. If you're on TikTok, make sure you get around my video today for kicking a banana from the boundary line, holding the phone in one hand and kicking it with the other. Unbelievable areas. Very good. We will be having another content creator joining us for a chat in the near future as well, which is very exciting. I was able to get that confirmed in the last few days. So Jared Davis will be joining me for a chat about his content creating journey, sports in general, and everything like that. So keep an eye out for that one. And then it kind of feels like I'm alternating between content creator and sports person, so maybe I'll have to keep doing that. So that should be awesome. Very much looking forward to that. I really hate these night phases. It's so just dark and shit. Because I'm not very good at running out in the dark to do anything, because I tend to get killed. And this server's got a lot more people in it. Oh, thank you for the follow, FC. Much appreciated on Twitch. Hey, what's going on? FC for Life, hope you're doing well. What's been happening in your part of the world? Sorry about this. I know this part of the gameplay is boring when it's night phase, but so there was a game called Hero. Oh, a bit of boom there. Hero Siege 7. 7 years of patches. Update 7 years. What did Cyberpunk have though? Or maybe they'd had a lot of big patches. Keen for oh yeah, I forgot Gridley. I haven't looked at that yet. I'm so far behind on getting videos uploaded. Like, I've got a few shorts ready to go for YouTube. I need to just set aside like 5 hours, and it's very hard to do, just to like upload everything and get it all set and ready to go. Minecraft had 11 years of patches. Wins and flair. Watching younger players and their development, strengthening. That's what it's all about. Seeing the younger kids, Fred. Younger kids develop and grow for your list. I think when it comes to this time of year, if you're not realistically playing finals, that's probably the next best thing you can hope for, isn't it? That you just see some progression and some of the younger kids having a dip. It's always an interesting time for teams. Like, at what stage do you fully swap over to playing your kids versus the older guys? And sometimes retirements and things like that play a part. Obviously, we've got Koch who's retired, so he's going to, play at the last couple of games no matter what. Well, I keep hearing explosions in the distance, which I'm not overly thrilled about. Just stay away from here. Haaland is the first player to score the first and second goal. Oh, really? Well, we've got Haaland in our fantasy team, so that's good. Well done, everybody, for telling me to put Haaland in. I don't know who else I've got. Did all the games start at the same time or something? I'm trying to look at my Premier League app while we've got night time. Oh, it's making me update the app. He got 26 points. Nice. Oh, I think the only thing I don't know if I did. I don't know if I made anyone captain. Or if I was meant to. I'm sure I'm probably meant to. Oh, some tomorrow as well. Okay. Oh. That's not great. People outside. Fuck me. I feel I can scare him enough by, like, opening and closing doors. Yeah, the internet dropped out. So there was a scheduled internet outage for Opticom from 11:30 till 6:30 a.m. But no one had sent a message out or anything like that, so I had no idea that was happening. Oh, for fuck's sake. The JB, oh... Fuck, I'm not in a position to... If anyone, honest to God, if anyone opens this and gets in, I'm going to text the other guys. So yeah, so it was an internet outage, is what happened yesterday. Stream randomly cut. I know. Like, I thought I was going to be pretty safe for that time of night, but apparently not. Oh, you really don't. No, it's not rude, Fred. That's alright. It is... I get why it's funny. It just sucks when it's like... Like, obviously, thankfully, I wasn't doing anything too... Well, it wasn't important as such, but... It was annoying because we're about to do, like, a ladder predictor and this, that, and the other, and then... It's, yeah, shit the bed. Now, I could potentially go up to the roof. I'm trying to think, can I get up to the helipad? I'm not too sure. Hey, Hound, how are you, mate? What's going on? Sorry, I'm just shooting a message off to see if I can do something without getting myself killed. Okay, now Michael's an AFL 23. Did you ever have clubs approach you for trades in career mode? No, and I know you are meant to do that. I remember seeing that you were meant to get trade offers, but no, I've only ever been putting in offers to other clubs. So yeah, I do recall that meant to have been a thing, but no, I haven't experienced that myself. But at least it all, I suppose, works now that you can actually accept the trades. So the due date, the technical due date is the 24th of August. But it won't be that. We're just trying to work out when the planned C-section date will be. So we'll hopefully know more later this week. What week are we in? No, it's the weekend. We'll hopefully know more. Oh, that does not fill me with fucking confidence at all. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so we're trying to find out what's the... My name has helped me today. With what? I wonder how many babies... Yeah, I don't reckon there'd be many, Carlton. I reckon there'd be very, very few that actually arrive on the due date, baby-wise. 33 points, 26 from Haaland. Well, I've got both those players, so that's good. But I think I've forgotten to make someone captain. No, the name you gave for a clue. What did I do, Aiden? I can hear... Fuck, I want to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. That was... I've actually clipped that. I need to upload that. I want to go out here, but I don't know if they're going to be there. No, I think I uploaded the, I think it was the Clinton King one that I uploaded. I've got to do, I don't even know if I don't think I've edited the other one yet, to be honest. I think I've downloaded it. Always get nervous with these because I'm going to open the door and there's going to be someone sitting right there and they're going to kill me. I just know it. Yeah, Gridley's awesome. Oh, Fredrinson always did that. I know. Like, I just think like if they at least sent a message out, this is when we're doing our planned outages, that would be okay. But I knew nothing of it. Alright. I don't think they could get up there. Maybe they stood on each other's shoulders, possibly. But I reckon next time, I should be able to get out into that bit, I reckon. And look down at them. Oh, if they stood here, they might be able to. Yeah, Gridley's good. It's been such a good addition to just the random footy games and stuff like that. It's so good. We might have to try one later. Although, like I said, I'm sort of trying to find time to edit shit. Favorite Fortnite dance? The main one I used, to be honest, Fred. Do you remember the... Oh, what character was it? It was one of the cat, the muscly cat. And they do that, kitty, 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 I'm a cat, mess with me. Something, scratch, meow. That was always funny to taunt people with. What was everyone else's favourite Fortnite dance? There's a couple of good ones. Yeah, a bit bummed Kane, to be honest. A bit bummed that he's leaving. Also because I think we'll struggle to replace... I mean, I thought any club would struggle to replace someone like Kane in their starting lineup. So it's going to be tricky. But, like, I can get why... I suppose he wanted to move. It's obviously a fair bit of coin as well. Not that he would have been short of money with us, but... Yeah, and I suppose I appreciate the fact that he wanted to do it now and not go into another season with all that hanging over his head and the team and all that kind of shit. Like, it would just be painful. So I get it. But then, yeah, then you sort of mind turns to, okay, well then where are the goals going to come from? The other good thing about this particular map that we're playing, especially for me, is I don't know, I've never seen this happen before, but the animals in here don't attack you. They just see you and walk on by, so you can just kill them yourself for meat or whatever. Because I notoriously get fucking killed by animals in this game. Where is that? Boom. So one of your podcasts with a Hawthorne Legend, hats off to you. Oh. Yeah, no, it had Brian Lake on, which was pretty good. So Lakey was he was amazing. He was really, really good to have on. Fuck, that whispered past me. Whee. But yes, that's what I've got to do. I've got to stream from the garage. Unfortunately, that's just where I am. So it's good to have Lakey make fun of me about that as well. But no, it was fair enough by him to bag that. But he was seriously good, and there's actually still like so much more I need to actually upload of that in short form. I mean, like there's I like the bit at the end how he sort of answered questions like the rapid fire questions and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Taking some shots at people tonight, so that's more than what I would usually do. The only streaming to... Nah, there'll be plenty of people doing streams from out in the garage, surely. It's not the greatest, but unfortunately, it's just my default location. So I think, as I mentioned to Brian, that I did have a man cave for about 6 months, and then it got taken over by a young fella needing room when Lauren was pregnant with Noah. So then, yeah, this was where I got to do work and everything. It just gets cold out here, but I suppose you get used to it. Like, I actually would rather it be cold than hot. I think it's easier to rug up than it is to cool down. But I suppose it's just amplified a little bit with my pins and needles in my fucking thumb and finger, that everything just feels freezing there. Played one league match and it was a win. Am I an electrician? No. The conversion into the man cave. So I had one kid, and then I converted the second bedroom into the man cave. It was actually done as a surprise Christmas present. And then then it was taken away from me not long after. No, I am shit out at being an electrician. I would be the last person who would want doing anything like that. We do have one. There is another one coming up, Fred. So we've got Jarrett Davison, content creator, who I'm sure most of you would know and follow on the TikTok. He's on Instagram as well. So he does a lot of AFL related stuff with his good little monologues and things like that. So we're going to talk to him about time as a content creator and sport in general, which should be good. Just got to organise. It's probably going to be in the next, let's say, 2 or 3 weeks, roughly. Just got to find the right time to do it, I suppose. But yeah, that will be coming up. And then I do have a list in my phone of people that I would like to contact. I suppose mainly from the sports industry. I had like a few other athletes lined up that I wouldn't mind having them on, but I'm yet to reach out because I know that very shortly I'm going to be very hamstrung for time with the baby. So I thought it would probably make a bit more sense just to wait until I know what's happening there. Check general Discord. All right, I'll have a look at that shortly. Models everywhere. Thank you for the follow, BJ. Welcome. Hitting it turns on and the motorized increases. RPM decreases. Oh, your room's 24/7 cold. Shit. Oh, I don't know how. Yeah, like if that was me, I would have to be calling just someone who can help with that kind of shit. Like just a heating or cooling place. That sounds shit though, Capt. Got a whole 4 boxes. Oh, very good, BJ. What type of guns you got in there? We've only just started the last couple of days. This is a weekly service, so we're not too flush with guns at the moment. Okay, Jamie, just currently putting some shit away. So I just went out, fired a couple of shots off, saw a couple of people. I'm not a very aggressive player in Rust, it must be said. It's not my forte, but it's just a weekly service, so we're just trying to get a little bit of farming done before I've got to jump off. Just to try and do our bit. Good to see a few other people playing some Rust as well. Like I said though, I don't think I could ever do this as a solo. Just reckon I'd struggle. But yeah, we're doing a bit of farming, so I appreciate all the follows and likes and shares on the stream. Closing in on 2,000 TikTokers. Screen's black. Really? On my little TikTok preview screen, it's working. Oh, I can still hear that boom happening. What's everyone else got on for the weekend? What's coming up for everybody? Oh, you can't see anything from your end. That's weird. Is it showing a black screen for anyone else watching? And yeah, I will check the... Oh, lucky. That's pretty good. I will check the general Discord. Get the scrapper ready. I can't remember how much of the workbenches that we have learnt, but I know we just put down a tier 3 recently, so we need a shitload of stuff to be able to get through to the rocket launcher. Ooh. Twitch is all good, thank you, cats. Yeah, no, what's happening there, Fred? That's weird. Possibly the app's just having a bit of a hissy fit. See, I'm trying to work out as well. I'm going to start recording videos of EAFC 24. Oh, MJ, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciated. I just don't know when I'll be allowed to release these videos that I eventually do. I feel like it's going to be... So I think the closed beta runs until the end of August, I believe. I'm assuming by then that everyone will know what game modes are there, and I think when that happens that the NDA is lifted there, and I should be able to then talk about it, but I think I'm probably going to have to just make a few videos in the meantime and hold on to them. Yeah, just to go through like pro clubs, and I've got access to Volta. I know a few people have that as well. I don't have Ultimate Team on my version though. So no Ultimate Team for me. But yeah, there's definitely like a lot of people. Oh, absolutely shit a brick. don't want to engage. Just rated cargo, BJ. Very good. What, by yourself? Jesus. What did you get from it? Any good loot from cargo? Surely. What temp is it in Perth, Fred? Feel like inside of a cooler with those massive fans. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it can get a bit cold like that. But we should be exiting all that shit soon, surely. We're bound to get some warmer weather at some point soon. I'll go with 7 or 8 degrees at night. I mean, that's probably very Melbourne-ish. That's what we usually get. Surely Perth can't be that low. That seems very low. That little lip there is so annoying. What's the coldest it gets you there in Tas? Yeah, shut up shop here. Could be me done for the night. What do I have? A few comps. 12 where you are. That's not too bad. 12's okay, Caps. I don't know actually what it is here at the moment. I should get a little thermometer thing out here. That. I'll be 10 here now, 10 here in Melbourne. Jesus. Last night got down to 5, really? Fred, wow. I would never have thought Perth would be that low. That's crazy. That seems crazy. I can't remember how many other doors there are to close here. Oh. Damn it. Put this shit away. There's a bit more scrap for the fellas to do. We've got a bit of fuel. Oh. 2 days upkeep. Well, it's only a weekly service, so that's okay. If anyone gets to us down here, GG's. GG's to them. Alright, maybe we'll do the Gridley. We'll do a Gridley quickly. I'll jump out of this though. Today's maximum temp meant to be 18, was lower than that. Okay. What I always find amusing with temperatures is when they do the whole feels like whatever. It's like, well, just fucking tell us what it is. Is it that temperature or is it not that temperature? Just let us know. Nope. Not that one. Oy. Any danger of... Oh, fuck's sake. Any danger of this working on TikTok for me? Oh, it's giving me absolutely donuts. Hang on. Hey, there we go. Apologies on those on TikTok having to watch that clusterfuck of me trying to get a screen sorted. Caught myself off guard. Cat, have a question I ask a lot of streamers that have interesting names. What made you decide to choose our name, Pink Pandas? It's unfortunately not a very exciting story. We're very simple people, but so Herbie, Sock Puppet, and I often will play NBA 2K in the park and Pro Am and stuff like that. And it must have been like in maybe NBA 2K 17 or 18. It was pretty early. Well, I say pretty early, like compared to 2023. And we all bought the game and we were in the park playing just threes. And I don't know if you played 2K before, but when you start out, everyone's wearing the same brown shirt, white pants, or whatever combination it is, but everyone looks completely identical. And we're actually finding that we were turning the ball over quite a lot because didn't know who to pass it to because everyone looked the same. So we just decided to go to one of the little shops there in the park and find the most outrageously bright thing that we could all afford with the VC we had at the time, which was pink pants. So we had pink track pants on, and we were able to tell each other apart. So we were the Pink Panthers. So nothing too exciting, but that is the real legit reason as to how that come about. So the initial plan was that we're all going to be gaming together online and streaming together, but they sort of pulled out and didn't want to do it anymore, which is fine. So I don't know whether I'll rebrand at all to something a bit more specific to me, or if I keep the Pink Panther theme, especially if I'm going to be doing other bits and pieces of content as well, like vlogs and footy stuff. But it's probably just more inconvenient to change it, to be honest. So yeah, nothing overly exciting, to be honest. It's not too clever. But we'll have a look at some Gridley, and then I'm going to jump off because my shoulder's starting to piss me off. Well, this one, Geelong and Melbourne, we are going to go with the one we had last night. Tom Gillies, 2%. See, people have watched my video and they're catching on to it because it's up to 2% now, not 1. Melbourne and Adelaide. Was Bernie Vince from Melbourne and Adelaide? I reckon he was. He played for both. Ah, 23% though. Shit. Rising Star winner. Melbourne Rising Star winner. Did Jesse Hogan win a Rising Star? Jack Trengrove, did he win it? Scully? Surely Tom Scully or Jack Trengrove won it. Oh, no, because did Dusty win it? I don't know if I can even won it out of those guys. Let's try the players instead. Brisbane and Geelong. Lincoln McCarthy, is he? I think he played for both. He's probably 1. Who else has switched between the two? Anyone got any thoughts on the Geelong and Brisbane lines? McCarthy. I just can't picture any of their ruckman. Lynch, no. There might be some older players. Is there any that are really obvious? I feel like, was it Lincoln McCarthy? I'm sure it was. 22%. Luke Jackson won a Rising Star, you think? Ooh. All right, let's lock that one in. Luke Jackson. Very good, 19%. Well done, Carlton. We'll take that. Brisbane, Lions, and Adelaide. Brisbane and Adelaide. Two teams I don't know a lot about, to be fair. If anyone's got any thoughts on that, that would be handy. Hall of Fame play for Geelong. Wow, I assume Ablett. Is Ablett Senior in the Hall of Fame? Like how far back? Who's their best? Is their best and fairest? Is it the Kaji Jeeves medal? Like how far back do you go? And did he even make Hall of Fame? So that's probably a little bit of an unknown. I mean, it's almost worth a punt. Senior would be for sure. I reckon Senior is. He's probably going to have a lot of guesses though. Do you go Kaji? Oh, who else would be in there? Would Billy Brownless be in there? Paul Couch, Sam Newman, is he Hall of Fame? Who else? Some older Geelong players. Hocking, Riccardi, Scarlett. Is Bartel Hall of Fame already? Oh, that was recently, wasn't it, Carlton? He only just recently got put in, wasn't it? Find someone. Yeah, I know. I know. Let's go. I'll go. Jimmy Bartel might be okay because other people might have gone for Gaza. Yeah, that's good. 6%. That's good. We'll take that. Have you went to an uninvited function and then someone told you that to... What? Have you ever went to an uninvited function and then someone told you that you had to do a talk? No, I haven't had that happen, Fred. I haven't. Although having the talk on the fly maybe wouldn't bother me too much. Depends on what function it is, though. What happened in particular? Hall of Fame player from the Crows. So we'll try and brainstorm a few. So there'll be... Would Modra be in there? Jarman, McLeod. Sean Wren, is he in the Hall of Fame? He might be a good one. Sean Wren, is he old enough though to be... I suppose Jimmy Bartel's in there, but is Sean Wren Hall of Fame? What are some other older Crows? Angus Graham, would he be in? Only joking, Angus Graham's not going to be in there. Burton, the Birdman, would he be in Hall of Fame as a Crow? Tyson Edwards. Gee, there's a few. I just don't know. Which of them might be in there. For some reason, I don't really know if he is in the Hall of Fame, but I know he was a huge play for the Crows. I'm going to go Sean Wren. Fuck, he wasn't in the Hall of Fame. God damn it. I mean, I would be shocked if Andrew McLeod wasn't. Yeah, okay. I didn't want to go Andrew McLeod because of that reason, 27%. I really thought that Sean Wren may have been in there. Damn. Jared Lyons play for Brisbane Adelaide. All right, let's go with that. Brisbane Adelaide, Jared. Or Ben Hudson as well. We'll go Jared. 12%. Brisbane Rising Star. We've only got one guess though. This is annoying. Did Hugh McCluggage get Rising Star? Zorko, Lockie Neal? Surely one of them won it. Did Akamanis ever get one? Lewis Taylor. Oh, yes. I remember. My goodness, that was... Fuck, that was an oversight, wasn't it? Let's go with that one. Lewis Taylor. Did he do anything after that? 31% as well. Shit. What was most popular for this one? Oh, Mitch Clark. Okay. Jake Lever. Yep, that's a good one. Oh, Hogan did get it. Okay. Lincoln McCarthy, Charlie. Oh, did Charlie? Yeah, okay, he did play for Adelaide. Hall of Fame, Gary Ablett Sr., Mark Rasciuto, Nathan Buckley, Rising Star winner. Oh, yeah, Robbo, Fred, that's a good call. Robbo could have. All right, we'll do footy grid. Because why not? Oh, we're going to Tiger one. Fucking beauty. Hawthorn and the Bulldogs. Taylor Duray is one that comes to mind straight away. Charlie didn't show up in the 2017 Granny. Very good. Hawthorn Bulldogs. Taylor Duray. I mean, he's obvious because he's current. Suckling, that's a good one too. Matt Suckling. I reckon he's going to be better than Taylor, as in like a better option than Taylor Duray. Who else may have gone there? Let's go with Suckling. Oh, 20%. Savage. Hawthorn and Richmond. Now, Ty Vickery. Old mate, Ty Vickery. Oh, yeah, Brian Lake too. That's a good one. Shit, I was really on Brian Lake. Fuck, that was dumb. I wonder how many people have gone Tyrone Vickery for this. Mark Graham, that's a good call. Mark Graham, he played a few games for us, didn't he? Oh, I almost want to do Ty Vickery for the Lols because that trade from Richmond to Hawthorn, that got us Shea Bolton. I'm pretty sure. No, we have to do Vickery for the Lols. Far out, 67%. You're kidding me. No way people went that high. Everyone's got the same joke. No, that's so bad. Oh my goodness. I did not expect to hit 67% on Tyrone Vickery at all. Wow. That sucks. Hawthorn 100 plus game career. God, so many people you could pick from. My goodness. Did Shane Savage play 100 games for them? I'll back you. Oh. Oof. Aiden, my man. 0.85% on Shane Savage. Played out of the Stingrays. Jesus, that was a clutch get there. That kind of offsets the 67% I got. That's both teams. I see. That's a good get. That's very good. St Kilda and the Bulldogs. Barry Hall would be one that we could go. Big Bazza. Did Farron Ray play for both? He was a Bulldogs, wasn't he? Big old Farron. Who else crossed over between the two? If you had to pick Farron Ray or Barry Hall, who's going to be more rare, do we think? Farron Ray seems common. Do you reckon Barry Hall, because it's older? I know he's still a very well-known player. Is there anyone else, though? Bulldogs. I can't think of who else would be old enough. Oh, Josh Bruce. Yeah, Josh Bruce. Did we go Bruce? Kobe Stevens. Gee, surely Kobe Stevens gets us something good there. I'm backing that one in. I reckon the other ones are relatively obvious. 9%, that's good. We'll take that. Good hit there. St Kilda and Richmond. Trent Noble. Dean Polo. Team Polo. My goodness. Justin Plapp. Was he Carlton or St Kilda? Did Justin Plapp do... I'm pretty sure Justin Plapp was St Kilda and Richmond. Dean Polo, though. My God. Trent Noble, Dean Polo. Yeah, which one do we go with? So I'm not sure if people would even... Was Steven Ziller? Did he play for St Kilda? Oh, Mav Weller. Geez, that won't be common at all. Did Steven Ziller play for St Kilda, though? I feel like that would be... Yeah, Pato. Fucking hell. Ziller. Was he the Saints? I can't remember where we got him from. Mav Weller, Pele. There's so many names. I think we have to go Dean Polo for the laughs. 7%, that's okay. I do need to look up now, though, if Steven Ziller played for St Kilda. Oh, God. That's not his name. I reckon he did. Ah, it was St Kilda. Fuck. That would have been a good one, I reckon. Anyway, we move on. St Kilda, 100 plus career games. 100 plus career games for the Saints. Clinton Jones. Mr. Light the Dwarf. Yeah, that is a good one. No, let's just run it. Let's just run it. Clinton Jones. 2.56%. Good get. I'm liking some of the answers here. Played in the 80s for the Bulldogs. Was Doug Hawkins in the 80s or 90s? Don't know if he went back that far or if he was in the 90s only. I'm not too sure. Played in the 80s. Maybe we'll do Richmond first because that's going to be a little bit easier. Played in the 80s for the Tigers. KB. Maurice Rioli. Go Phil Egan, who's been in some trouble lately. Yeah, Morris Senior. Let's do... Oh, I've got to actually click a button, don't I? Morris Rioli. 6.76, not too bad. Bulldog player in the 80s. I can't get over that Vickery one. My God. Bulldog player in the 80s. Yeah, did Doug... Oh, who's his dad? If I just type in Cordy. Brian Cordy. Or Graham. Which... Oh, shit, which one? Or Neil. I suppose that might be... Neil would have as well. Brian. Hey, 2.19. Very good, Aiden. Well done. Played in the 80s, 100 games plus. Let's just pick a Richmond play because we're probably both going to be better at getting this than if we were to go somewhere else. Did Michael Mitchell play 100 games? Probably not on that. Mark Lee will be one for us. I'm trying to think of really obscure players from the 80s. Mark Lee. Who else we had on the podcast? I should start there, shouldn't I? Who's Mark Lee? The general. Let's go Mark Lee. Oh, what was that? Unicorn. Hey, giddy up. Does that mean no one else put Mark Lee down? What a get. Damn. Oh, Curtis, you're back. You're welcome, mate. Can't sleep. Score is better than 58.29% of grids. Bloody Vickery, you jerk, killed us. Absolutely slaughtered us there. That's a good one. That's my first unicorn. I'm pretty happy with that, with the General Mark Lee. This is where we need to have just team-based ones. Alright, we'll do Warple. Like, I'm pretty happy with that unicorn. Okay, Silhouette. I don't even have a vibe on that, to be totally honest. Coleman Jones. I can see that. Surely not. I'm happy to roll with them because I don't know any different. Oh, okay. So we've got a key Ford that's either blue or white, not in Victoria. So if it must be Sydney. Because GWS don't have blue. Sydney neighbours us, as does Adelaide, but they don't have white. Adelaide don't have white or blue, though. I reckon we... Oh, does it count that blue, though? Or is it very specific? Could it be Tex Walker? I mean, if we're going off the Adelaide path, Logan McDonald maybe. We'll try Logan McDonald. We'll just see if it's Sydney. Okay, so it's not Sydney. So maybe it is Adelaide. Oh, age. Okay, so in between there and there. Right. What about Fogarty? How old's Fogarty? Lower than number 6. What number's Darcy Fogarty? Is he... He's 32, I think. Keith Ford, lower than the number 6. That plays for... I don't understand which state we're looking at, though. Fisher. Zach Fisher. No, he's not Zach Fisher. Yeah, so we know it's not Taylor Walker because of the whole range of things, but just to see if we can hit the team. Okay, so we're in Adelaide. Right. Adelaide, Key Ford. Lower than the number 6. He must play. Like, you don't give someone... You don't give someone that low of a number. Oh, very good. Would never have got that. Fisher... I've never heard of him. Never heard of him. Well done, Aiden. Well played. Never heard of old Fisher. I don't pay ultra close attention to the Crows. So what number is he then? I don't understand. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Oh, we'll try the legend. Very good. Well done. He's good in APL 23. Is he, Curtis? Okay, there we go. All right, we'll go the legend. Jared Ruffhead sprung to mind initially. He's a big dude. Shane Mumford, Ruffhead, Cox. Surely Dean Cox had bigger ears. Very broad though, isn't it? Oh, we'll try Big Coxie. You haven't led me astray tonight, so we'll go Big Cox. 1 premiership, not West Coast, more than one team. But does have blue, yellow, or white in there. One premiership. Is that Reed wears a low? No, he's number 20, isn't he? Brent Renouf. Let's run with that, Curtis. Oh, no. It doesn't have him on there. Oh, robbed. Well, he's played 150 games, though. Surely. Mystery player. I'm going to go... Oh, he's played with more than one team, though. Ruffy didn't play with more than one team. Ruffy was a one-club player. Mad Jack. Does the premiership count? Last played in 2014, though. Because he only didn't he only retire or finish recently? Who else has got the blue, white? Anyone, but the neighbours West Coast, so it could be Sydney, St Kilda, Stephen May. Oh no, but his last play, does that mean he's retired though? I mean, I'm happy to type in Stephen May to see if we land on club-wise. Oh, Stephen May. James, surely you knew that, my friend. That's a good guess if you didn't know it. Stephen May. I'm tipping you have played this one tonight for that kind of guess. That's pretty well done otherwise. He's a big unit. The silhouette makes him look fucking ginormous. Key defender. Really, Jay? If you legitimately didn't know that, that is an unbelievable guess. That is unbelievable. Are you a Melbourne supporter, are you? That is a very good get. All right, that is well done, James. The impact player comes in and just goes bang straight off the bat. Collingwood, okay. Must be happy with the Pies so far. I think you're going very nicely. All right, that is it for tonight, though, because it is nearing 1 o'clock and I do have to get some sleep. But, as ABS comes up. Thank you so much for joining in tonight, guys. Much appreciated. Hope you all had an amazing night. I'll check the Discord after this, Carlton, for sure. I will have a look. And I'll read Insta as well. Thank you very much, Aiden, for the offer. Good night, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Yeah, hopefully I can sleep with the neck. Fingers crossed. We'll pop a Voltaren, see how we go. But we'll keep everything crossed. So if you haven't already, make sure you check out the goal kicking video on TikTok today, which is pretty cool. Any love on YouTube or Instagram as well with the stuff that's going up there too from some local footy stuff today, which would be good too. But other than that, I will speak to you all over the weekend, and hopefully we can maybe try and get a couple of Rust raids in soon that you can all enjoy and participate in. But enjoy the rest of your week.